welcome back to G&A podcast. I am that drunk who came and find her way to her own house, so you have to clean me up and hoist me up there, doobie doo.
And I am that good friend who carries you back to your house when you're passed out drunk, sober oni.
Is that really what
That
you
was
thought
really
of?
what I was going with. Yo, it maybe
Wow.
because that episode might have hit it too close to home after I watched
Yeah, just a bit.
it.
Everyone, welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime. Yet another fun hungover edition. I was, I was contemplating pushing this back like a day or recording this like another day. It is currently Sunday, but some of you guys know what tomorrow is, so I can't kind of that's
Still,
my true day off.
still the darkest hangover I think I've had in a
Oh
long time.
yeah, it was. Well, this is the worst one I had since the last karaoke
Thanks everyone who
stream.
came out to the karaoke stream.
Thank you. Yes,
It
it was
was
definitely thank you
fun.
for all the support. We were drinking so much because we had reasons to celebrate. Definitely.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Hope you guys
Um,
enjoyed it.
yes, and with that being said, let's start with our daily news segment called This Week in Anime. And basically, the theme of the week is delays. Everything's getting delayed.
Delayed for basically any anime you can think of is either delayed or probably going to be delayed.
Yup. More specifically, what does that mean for our lineup? That means um, Railgun T has been delayed.
Hmm.
I don't think it's. I just talked about this with you, and I already forgot what I said.
They don't give
Um,
a date for continuing the
they didn't.
series.
Yeah, they have not given a date. Um, they showed the 12th episode, and they're going to air the 12th episode again. So thinking hopefully that they're going to just it's just going to be a week delay like they normally do.
Hmm. Maybe it might
Um,
be a case where we get like 2 weeks between episodes or something.
yeah. And also, Shokugeki no Soma has also been delayed.
Hmm.
Um, but they will be showing, I believe. Oh wait, hold on.
What?
Oh, I didn't read the article correctly. Now I'm reading it correctly. It wasn't making sense because my brain wasn't big, but now my brain is normal size. So yeah, basically, the last episode we watched is the one we are going to get for 3 weeks. So no Food Wars for 3 weeks.
Oof.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. I was not. I thought they made a mistake when they wrote this out. Nope, I was just being hungover.
Wait, they're just gonna
Whoopsies.
re-air the same episode for 3 weeks in a row?
No, remember when I said like, oh, it's weird that they're saying they're gonna be showing like Shokugeki no Soma the fourth season episodes. That wasn't a typo. They're gonna be rerunning the first 2 episodes from season 4. I don't know why, but
Ah, that's random,
sure.
but okay.
Yeah. So and they too have no idea when
Yeah,
when
when
they're
episodes
going
get back out.
to, yeah. So let's hope for the best. Um, a bit of good news, kind of related
Mhm.
ish to anime. One of my favorite J-Rock bands, Radio, he released the music
Oh yeah,
video.
that was great.
Yeah, it's all about. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it yesterday.
it's very cute. Yeah, it's all about it's they made a whole music video about social distancing, which I think is so great.
It's a really good
Something
song too. It's catchy.
and it's a really fun song. I like it a lot. So yeah, all of you guys, social distancing, listen to radio, because the more you social distance, the sooner we get to have our anime.
Yeah. I hope there's. I mean, there are going to be more delays. I'm sure. in the coming weeks, but everyone can relax because for the time being, Shadowverse is still going strong.
Oh,
So we will still be covering Shadowverse for as long as it runs this season. So
yay.
that's some great news to hear. We may not have Railgun or Food Wars, but we have Shadowverse.
Well, if you're done if you are done showing us the better things in life, such as Shadowverse, let us actually start with the weekly reviews.
You're starting off first with Kaguya-sama Season 2, Episode 2.
God damn it.
I'm not sure if this is my episode of the week or not.
I know there's another one that might be my episode of the week, but it was.
This was also a really, really, of course, amazing episode because it's.
It was a really good episode. Are we doing that thing where we have to hold them to like? I was gonna say, oh, we hold them to a higher standard from the episode of the week, but it's like they already hit that. But they already hit that standard.
Yeah,
they already hit that higher standard.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it to them only because I know that they can go higher than this. Like this was a.
But it was already no, but my point is they already hit like that higher point. Like, oh, you need to be a little bit better for me to consider that. Nope, we already hit it, girl. And I'm just like,
I know.
Oh,
but listen,
really
I don't want this. I don't want this to be like Babylonia.
I know. But it was so. I'm gonna at least split it. I'm not. All right,
you do you. You do you.
I will split my episode. No, you know why? Because this episode was so funny. I was laughing so much. I mean, some of the viewers know what I'm talking about because they joined us for our live watch stream, which you can do if you are a $5 Patreon.
Yes.
I'll plug that in real quick. Well, yeah, I was laughing so much I couldn't take notes. I was laughing too much because I could not take any notes. I was just too busy laughing.
Yeah, it's understandable. It was hilarious. Even from just the first opening scene with Chika's little sister Moeha and her sudden, fiendishness.
So like, it's like,
don't you want to defile her, lock her
in a
cage, keep her there? Jesus.
Like, Jesus Christ, what kind of bad side of yandere is going on?
I kind of want to see Chika's other sister now and see how crazy she is. I feel like all the Chika sisters are crazy in one way or another.
Yeah, they truly are. And then Chika is just like silly.
Yeah,
not so much crazy, just silly.
But I like that the episode gave attention to Kay because Kay's awesome and she doesn't get enough screen time. So that was cute.
Her ribbon's weird.
What? You don't like her ribbon?
It's just it's a weird way to tie a ribbon. I'm just like, that's weird. Why do you ribbon like that? Like she just really stands out. Like, look at me in this really weirdly placed ribbon. But I'll tell you that her character is great.
I like the little subplot we have going on of Kaguya also falling in love with Kay. That's
so great.
Yeah, just because like I can use you as a replacement for your brother.
Yeah, oh my god. You know all of the incest NCR that's going to be happening?
Yes.
Or is it even incest? Because they're not having sex with each other. This Kaguya is going to have sex with one...
It's going to be some weird love triangle thing. It's funny because I would imagine it's Kaguya trying to have sex with Kay and just put on this mask of Miyuki while I have sex with you. But yeah, no, they have the whole weird dynamic going on. It was fun. It was a fun first part of the episode. My favorite part, though, was seeing Kaguya's foolish side come out, where she's all ditzy and like happy.
Because she has a cake, and then anyone but her is looking at this giant monstrosity of a super mega wedding cake, and they're like, you can't give this to him. And of course she only finds that out when she has the giant cake and is like, oh, this is a dumb idea.
I like that even though it's still her same, character, like her voice changes so drastically between her different personalities. Like,
Oh yeah, no, this is solid voice acting this
yeah,
week.
it was really, really great. Like to the point where even her speech patterns and stuff, and she's all cutesy, like, me? I'm a fool? No, I just want to be happy. And she's it's so giddy and infectious. I love that
Yeah,
Kaguya.
like I like the child. I like her child version of her. That was
Yeah, the
that.
child version too was cute.
Also, like, she's like, I don't know, do whatever. Like, I'm just a kid.
Why are you asking me? And then of course the cold, sexy Kaguya with her hair down.
I do like her with her hair down. She's
Yeah, she
nice.
looks a lot better with her hair down.
Yeah.
But still, she's this season is making me like Kaguya a lot more than with just 2 episodes in.
Yeah. Um, I really do like the maid. Like
Mm.
she really had some good lines. Which I'm thinking about. I'm not sure it was the begin. I think it was like after the beginning of like the first part
Mm.
where she like takes her and wraps Kagi up in it, and she's like, "Now say this.
Yeah.
Your present is me."
Should just follow her maid's advice. Everything would go by a lot more smoothly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And of course, we got our little dose of Chica at the end with the whole game with the president and Kaguya. That was great. I love that Kaguya is like just there's like a running theme now with Kaguya just like losing her shit about her relationship with the president to the point where she can't even strategize effectively anymore.
Yeah. Although I do love the fact that she's still very like she's still very conniving. Like this
Mm-hmm.
whole cake was still a plot into making him confess. It wasn't just because she wanted to give
Yeah,
him a present. Of
yeah,
course, it was like a plot. Cause I remember when he said had his little like inner monologue, like, "Oh, I could just use this against her, but I wouldn't do that. I'll just be happy and take the gift." And then she's like, "Oh, I already beat you to the punch." And I remember I said it during live watch. I was like, "That's totally something Kaguya would do." And
yeah.
then
Use it against him.
not even 2 minutes later, it worked. I'm like, God damn it.
And even though Ishigami only has like literally a minute of screen time, if that, he uses it to the max potential
Oh,
and
absolutely.
shines like always, like the best boy that he is.
Mm-hmm. He's
Man.
like, I also knew his birthday. You are the only one who
You
knows his
didn't know
birthday.
Chica?
Oh,
What?
poor Chica.
What
Oh,
kind
she
of
really.
selfish, crazy? By the way, the facial expressions on point this episode, like all the
Oh
zoom
my
ins and
god.
shit.
When Shogani was just like bulging eyes, like.
He was glancing over at Kaguya. Yeah, that shit was crazy. They really put the budget into the facial expressions this episode. But yeah, great episode. Damn it, I want to give it episode of the week, but no, I will refrain from that
That's
because
okay. Someone has to not do it.
yes.
It's not gonna be me because I'm weak.
God damn it, Kaguya. Side note, I think I do like the this new opening better than the first opening. I like the visuals from the first opening better because it's more groovy, but I like the song of the second opening better.
I don't know. I don't think I like one more than the other. I like them both equally.
They're
I
very
can
different.
sing.
They're very distinct.
They are, and that's why I like them both. All right. That being said, let's move on to Fruits Basket.
We got a lot of cute romance,
Yeah.
cute couples this season.
Season 2, episode Dose. Um, it starts off with some very like light, fun comedy. Like I'm not. I still wouldn't call this a comedy,
It's
but like
weird.
it's very light. It's so light.
It's like a dramedy. I'm gonna call it a dramedy. It's the same thing as Clonad to me. Like Clonad switches between comedy and drama constantly. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what Fruits Baskets does, but it does it well. I think this is peak Fruits Basket because it starts out really funny, like when her friend came in and just fucking kicked the shit out of her.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm hungry.
I'm
I didn't
hungry.
eat breakfast.
Like
Feed
for no
me.
reason.
Like
I'm
Jesus
like, what?
Christ. Like it starts off on a good note, light and funny. It gets dramatic middle of the way
Yeah,
through.
with the whole thing with the. First of all, before we go into the whole conversation, when they go to Shisho's place. I forget his name. I just
Yeah,
call him
also I just call
Shisho.
him Shisho as well.
Um.
Shisho sells seashells by the seashore.
First of all, Kill Smile is precious and should always be protected at
Mm-hmm.
all costs. Which is no reason why you said this episode was peak Fruits Baskets because I kill in it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Lots of
sense.
Kyo and lots of Toru. What a what a
Yeah,
shocker! The two
and
best
very little
characters
Yuki.
and very little Yuki, and you got a good episode.
Wow, shocked. Never happened before.
Hmm.
So they go to their house and they're hanging out, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta go and meet up with your dad," and then we get to see his dad and what an awful garbage person that his dad is.
What a surprise! Fruits Basket has shitty parents. As soon as that happened, I was like, "What is missing in Fruits Basket?" I forgot there was something I didn't like about Fruits Basket, and then Kyo's father showed up. I'm like, "All right, all the parents are pieces of shit." Right, got it.
Yeah, like he literally refers to his son as that thing.
Yeah, like the monster. I can't. It should be locked in a cage and not let loose in society. Like,
Yeah, it's killed its
I mean,
mother.
like, damn. Can
My
you at least?
wife.
Can you even like? Even if the parents were like not attached, like if they were just abandoned, but it's worse than that. It's like the parents have malicious hatred towards their children. Like, not
Yeah,
only do I
like,
not
we wanna
want you,
fuck up
I
our
want you to
kids.
die and suffer. Like, Jesus Christ, it's not even just regular abandonment.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then
Oh well, before that, can we talk about
oh, go
how
ahead.
amazing Kyo and Toru are as a couple? Like, there were so many little cutesy moments that they had together.
Bruh, that face slap. First of all,
Yes.
that's so disrespectful.
Toru's like, that's such a nice sound, and he's like, you want to hear it again?
I'm like,
I'm like, that's kind of
okay.
abusive, Kyo, but kind of cute.
I'm like, maybe if it looked a little bit softer, I'd be okay with
Yeah,
it.
I'm
But
like,
look, you just like slapped. You just literally
yeah.
pow.
I saw that scene like 4 times, and at first I thought he just did like a gentle tap on her head, like from really close distance. And I kind of like just smashed her head with his hand. I'm like, ouch.
Like,
Whatever works.
God.
Maybe Toru's a bit of a masochist.
Mm-mm.
She likes to be smacked.
Anywho, so I'm like leaving that one alone. But then yeah, as Oni says, the episode gets a little bit more intense. Whew, Toru's struggles. I'm just like, I feel seen.
Oh yeah,
I feel seen and also triggered. And she's like, no, because if I think about these things too long, I'm just gonna get sad and cry all the time because life is trash and I was like homeless forever and I had to fight all my life. Like,
yeah, that was really touching. Damn, I want to get Fruits
that was
Baskets
rough.
episode of the week.
That was rough.
I think I'm gonna get Fruits Baskets this one. Half. I'll do a half episode of the week with Fruits Basket.
Okay.
Because it was really, really good. Because that hit me too.
Okay.
I'm like, whenever I get depressed and I start thinking about things like, oh no, I have to leave soon, or I'm gonna grow distant with my friends, and I have to get a job, and like that's relatable, and it hit me. But then also Shigure's solution was also very practical and relatable as well.
Yes.
Where it's basically don't let depression consume you. It's okay to when you get in your feelings like that, just take a break, go watch TV, go enjoy yourself for a minute.
Yeah.
Just don't let it consume you into your depressed and debilitated. Get your thoughts in order.
Yep. It was just listening to her cry, and then Kyo was just handling it in like the most Kyo way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yeah, the moment he took her hand, and I was just like,
Well, when she was tugging on his bracelet thing, I was like, please don't rip that off.
yeah, he's like, can you not, please? I really would like not to become like a giant cat monster that kills you. Please and thank you.
Well, that's why I like this episode so much, because they're such a good couple. They're a genuinely really good pair of characters that really match well together and have good synergy with each other. So like I can watch if this show was just a slice of life between Toru and Kyo, I'd be fine with that. I'd just watch it
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Same. I mean, I would still want Yuki's side story. I just don't want them pushing Yuki and Toru together.
Yeah. Basically, at this point, I think it's pretty much solidified that Kyo and Toru were the couple. So I hope they don't kind of drag in Yuki and make this like a love
triangle.
I know. Maybe not. I mean, they kind of like Yuki's kind of doing like that's what I got scared of at the end when she showed up at Yuki's room. I'm like, no. But I don't know. I just hope they don't drag it on like that.
They will though, because it's Fruits Basket. Get ready for it.
Anyway, with that said, I think we should move on to our next anime for the week, which is Tower of God, episode 3.
Wow.
Speaking of abandonment issues.
That's not nice.
Well, we got a lot more information on what's his name? Kun. Yeah, Kun got his backstory fleshed out a bit. That fucking balloon monster is gonna be in my nightmares tonight, so I'm looking forward to that.
Balloon monster? Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that horrific abomination of garbage.
I just, in my mind, he's literally just like that floaty thing that you see at like car sales places.
Yeah, like that.
That's all he is.
100 times more murdery. That.
But yeah. I hate that door time test. I didn't like that test.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's kind of dumb.
It's like a fortune cookie type of like like too philosophical for its own good. Like the greatest treasure was believing in yourself, and nah, maybe there should be an actual practical means to some of these tests.
Yeah, this is just like you just had to pick one under 5 minutes, and I'm like, what? So you withhold like the parameters of which you can like pass or fail this test? That's dumb.
Yeah, like even if you made it more logical, like none of the doors were the right answer. Like the right answer was to not open any of the doors because insert logic here. It would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Just not pick any door you want in 5 minutes. It's getting to a problem where I'm going to talk about a lot when we get to Index, so remind me about plot armor and writing problems that are like solvable by the author. Like they're just problems that only exist to be solved by writing around them, instead of just being actual real tests. Like the Battle Royale was a real test. You have to be strong or smart. This was just bullshit that I want to put here be a plot device.
For the sake of bullshit. The Crown game was cool though.
Yeah, that's cool. Also, Lizard Girl is really cute. I like her. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I figured you'd think she's cute. nice and lowly.
Nice, lowly, and cute. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that was Rahel in the other team, the murdery team that killed everybody. Team Killy.
Yeah. Does she just stand there while everyone dies, or is she like super god mode strong?
I'm thinking she's probably strong.
Yeah, I think
I can't say that she just be there like, I'm one of the only survivors here for.
Yeah, no, these two are gonna fight for me for no reason.
Yeah, I feel like she definitely killed her fair share of people, and like, I don't know what her powers would be. Maybe she's really good with a sword, like all the other people in the show.
Right? Oh, more sword people! Wow, I didn't see that coming. Not everyone's good with sword. There's like 2 sword fighters,
I guess
and Kun with his knife and the strongest bag in the world.
Rock has his spear. I guess that's not really a sword. So.
Yeah,
bladed weapon. Whatever. I'm waiting for somebody to pull out a machine gun. Well, no, we already had a sniper rifle, guys. So I guess that makes sense.
did. Oh, he did not.
He didn't do too well.
Oh, he did not. Yeah, I think his gun just got bent by was it how do you say his name? Rock?
Yeah, Rock.
By Rock. Yeah. That was still funny. That's the one of the funniest moments where like he's able to kill this guy, we get shot in the arrow, and the other guy gets sniped.
Yeah, that was really fun. This show still has its moments. I think the best thing about the show though is that all the characters are like distinct and original and fun.
Yeah. Their characters are definitely like their saving point,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Even Bam right now is not really that bad of a main character. Like normally, I'd be more. I'm glad he's not like the Naruto type, where he's just gonna like go head first. Like this is for hell. I need to make sure that I solve all of these tests and blah blah blah. Like he's more chill and.
Yeah, he realizes that he is relatively weak compared to literally everyone.
Exactly. So I'm liking him. I'm liking the general cast of characters. I hope we get more of the princess choosing like the first episode and never
Yeah, I know. I would like to see her definitely because she is that bitch, and I think she's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So come back, please.
Yeah, baby, come back. Sorry, I still got a karaoke mood in my head.
You
Anyway,
can blame it all on
me.
Yes. Up next, we have a new anime that we will be covering from now on.
Due to extremely popular demand.
Otome game no Hametsu Flag shika nai akayaku reijo ni tensei shite shimata.
I'm sorry.
I think dot there's more. All right, never mind. I hope you guys enjoyed that because that's the first and last time I am saying it.
Yes. So we have 3 episodes to cover for this. I just went, go over them, in a general sense, which is fine because lucky for us, these 3 episodes were one arc that just ended, so they're very easy to talk about in their totality.
So I knew this anime. Well, I had a feeling this anime was gonna be funny just from the trailer, but I feel like I was on board basically since like the end of episode 1. When Homegirl came through with that act, I was like, okay, I'm in.
You gotta do what you gotta do to live.
I'm. She's like, listen, I'm not about to die just because you feel bad about almost killing me.
I mean, speaking of good cast of characters, I think
Yeah.
this has some of my favorite characters. First off, Catalina is just beautiful. I love her. She's so fun. And her interactions are just amazing with everyone. She's assembling the best harem I've in a while I've seen somehow.
I wouldn't go that far.
She's like the harem queen right now.
I mean, no, she is getting her harem, but like in a sense, like the other characters, they're cool. They're nothing like, it's nothing I haven't seen.
I don't know. I'm liking a lot of the characters.
I mean, I like that. Basically Giordo's the only one who really stands out, only because he's going to be a sociopath.
What? Keith is awesome.
Keith is adorable. He's adorable. I'm looking out for my sister.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not saying these characters are bad or anything. They're cute and definitely add to the show. Just,
I feel like now that we actually got to the time skip, it's going to be more of that. Like the first 3 episodes are all the introduction. Like here are the characters, and now we're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I know episode 3. I was like, at the time skip, when Giordo started loving up on that neck, I was like.
And Keith was like, oh, fucking wipe this kiss mark off your neck from this bug.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the characters fucking try to out-scheme each other while Catalina is just oblivious to everything.
Oblivious to everything, yeah. Oh my god. It was so funny.
I was gonna say,
No.
I'm really liking the female characters too, between Mary and Sophia, aka Ilya 2.0.
Really? I called her because of the ribbon she wore when she was younger. I called her Sakura face.
Really?
She kind of looks like Kama. She kind of
Oh
looks like
yeah, you're right. She kind of does look like
yeah.
Kama.
She kind of looks
Right.
like Kama. You just cut her hair off. She's basically Kama.
Good point. Well, when we get the Hametsu collab in FGL, we'll see.
Ha lol. FGO collab. Um. But yeah. Also, I'm looking forward to Nicole
Yeah,
because
he's the
when
only one who
they
doesn't stand out to me.
yeah, because he's like mad quiet.
Mm.
But when he was in that conversation, like, oh, there's someone who I like, but I can't do anything about it. So
Mm.
I put this picture of happiness. At first, I thought that was she was talking about Katerina, and
Mm.
I'm like, oh no, wait, he's a siscon. He's falling in love with the sister.
Yeah, I want to see where that goes too. Like this, if he sees Catalina as a threat to his love for his sister, because it's clear that the girls in Catalina's harem also love her. So I hope that
Yeah.
develops into some kind of like rivalry between them.
Um, I'm definitely looking forward to Giordo. Like I said, Giordo's like the only one as of right now who like really stands out and like above the rest of the harem.
I'm gonna miss their kid forms because there were moments when they were just being so stupid with each other. The this episode when Gerardo was talking with his brother, and his brother got too clingy with Catalina. He's like, she's my fiance,
Yeah,
right?
she's my fiance. He's like, oh, what are
Back
you
up.
talking about? And then he's like, right, you're too stupid. I forgot.
I think it, like just seeing them be. I'm glad it spent so much time on. At first, I was kind of being like, because I knew there was going to be a good portion of the show where they were adults, because I saw the trailer and everything, and the intro picture.
Yeah.
So I was wondering by episode 2, I was kind of like, man, how long are they going to stay as kids? I thought at the end of episode 1 they would be adults. So I did feel like it was lingering a bit on that, but overall, I liked it.
Yeah, towards episode 3, it was just like they showed like the whole montage. We're hanging out. We're getting to know each other. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you literally had the same montage. I feel like you're almost reusing stock footage at this point.
Yeah, but we had to see all the cast and get to know them and all of that.
Yeah.
I think Mary might not be that. Now that I think about it, I think Mary might not stand out that much to me either. Although she did seem a lot more fun when she was older. And that little scene that she had dancing with Catalina was cute.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna be a lot more fun now that they're like teenagers.
I'm curious to see if the actual main heroine for the game shows up and is just like a super bitch or something.
I hope so.
Catalina just tries to befriend her, and this girl just out here fucking causing trouble and throwing shit at Catalina. I hope that happens. That'd be really cute.
She like she does a snake at Jordan, like, oh, Catalina, why did you do that?
The whole game is just a setup. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm glad people said to watch. I was gonna watch it anyway on my own.
Yeah, I was watching it on my own.
But with the whole Jashin-chan thing, and the fact that we had the slot open, and we have like so many people saying cover the show, and I was watching it, and we were watching it on our own. I'm like, it feels natural to just slide this one into the podcast.
Agreed. Did we announce that we're dropping Jashin-chan?
Well, last episode we were gonna do that.
We did.
We did the whole thing with we'll cover it at the end of the show, I guess. The end of the season.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we
Yeah.
talked about that. All right, cool.
So that is Hametsu. I'm looking forward to shenanigans that come out of the time skip part of it. Let us talk about the shenanigans that came out of this week's episode of Shokugeki, Season 5, Episode 2. Only episode we'll be getting for a while.
Yeah, so, basically, at the beginning we're just like, hey, in case you guys forgot, like, each character and what their specialties are, let's just do a quick rundown.
Like, half the episode was just a blitzkrieg of all the characters getting their dishes and getting stupid names for them. But I really liked it, because it was like, this is what
it was. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's what it is, and it's funny, and it's enjoyable. So, it's, like, literally just watching the over-the-top, like, reactions, like, ah! Like...
Yeah. Seeing all of them go crazy. I will say that I was shocked, kind of, that
Megumi
Megumi
won.
won. Yeah, I'm like, I was expecting her to make it into the tournament in the top 3, but I'm like, she gets too many breaks in her life right now.
What? No, just
Number
let her have
one.
it. You know she's gonna be taking nothing but L's later on. Come on. Come on. Let her fucking have it.
Fine. She can have
God.
this.
God, you're just like day to day. That's why I watched it with during his anime night, and he was just like, Megumi's trash.
I
Megumi's
mean, I
garbage,
like
and I'm
her,
just like,
but she ain't no
and
great cook. I don't know, I feel like she got that. She got that. I don't know.
I think this was a
Diversity pick.
contest. This is wow, really? It's Japan. They're all, like
They're
it's
like,
Japan. They're in
we want
Japan,
two
and she's
guys.
Japanese.
No,
That's not
they
opposite
needed.
diversity.
They wanted 2 guys and 2 girls in the tournament.
Damn. I don't know. It was Soup. I feel like Soup would be a thing that she's
I don't know.
like.
I'm upset because I feel like my meat girl never gets any love. Like she started off in season 1 and season 2 and everything. She was like one of the top chefs with
Yeah,
Soma,
but
and
she
now
was
she
a
just fell off a
background
cliff.
character,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's like up there with the fucking other people from the dorm, that the glasses guy and no name other girls.
I feel so bad that homegirl, like the red girl. I forget what her specialty even is.
It's so sad. Niku needs more love. She should have been there instead of Megumi. Just saying, just voicing my opinion.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you know what I mean. This is her time. All right. Well, or what very little time she has. This is it.
Well, we'll
Remember.
see.
Listen, she did her best fighting against number 3 of the 10
Mhm.
seats people, and she lost. Like that's what I'm saying. Give her a win. She still lost. It was
Fine.
very
Fine. She gets 1 win. But I swear to God, if we get in this tournament and she wins,
He's actually the best chef ever.
she like beats out somebody who's way superior to her. I'm gonna voice my opinion on that matter. I kind of felt weird that the second half of the episode just shifted to this random dude showing up, teacher.
Being very
Creepy.
yeah. Also, it was halfway through where they show him being his dad, or is that at the end? That was
It was like halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through, and then it was like, ho ho ho, who's this? Who could this super pale villainous dude be? And then cut to yet another pale villainous looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm just one of you. I'm just hanging out. I'm like, you're clearly evil.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, they only have any super pale people in the show are evil by proxy.
It's true. They make all their enemies like super pale, fucking Sith Lord looking.
Exactly.
I do think it's weird that in this dynamic, because he's a teacher, right? So he's technically trying.
But he's a graduate.
He's a graduate, but he's trying to get, and technically Erina's headmaster, so he's trying to date his student and his boss simultaneously.
Yeah, I'm just like, also, she's like a teenager.
She's like 17 or 18. She's a year older than Soma. I forget who's the one. Or the same year.
I think they're same year. No, they're both same year. They're both
second year.
Same year.
Second year of high school. 17.
First of all, you don't know that. Second, because we were not 17 in our second year.
Well, yeah, they have 3 years of high school.
Yeah, they're Japan. It's still weird because you're trying to marry your own student. That's weird.
No, Erina's pretty hot, so I don't blame him. I don't blame his taste. He has good taste in women.
Yeah, it's good taste in children, I guess.
I did love when Erina was overhearing and she's face.
Yeah, she's like, first of all, I kind of hate that. I know it's the feminist in me that's like, excuse me, who the fuck are either of you to be fighting over me like a piece of meat?
Listen, then this is what makes Ariana cute, that she has this soft side, alright? Don't want to make her into some super aggressive, like, fuck everybody, I'm the best, either.
I mean, but
And we know
I
she
mean,
can
I'm not
outcook
gonna.
both of them anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
You don't know. We don't know that.
Well, she can
We
at least
don't know how
outcook
good he
Soma.
is. Oh yeah, he definitely can. That's why I'm like, first of all, phrasing.
What?
Phrasing, no, it's from Soma, where he's like, ugh, I plan to use her god tongue, and I'm just like, oh, god, that sounds so disgusting.
Well, Soma
If he
also,
says it again,
Soma also has good taste.
I think that's what triggered me. No, sorry, I'm gonna keep her god tongue for myself, and I'm just like, oh, that doesn't sound any better.
But yeah, no, this episode, it felt a little bit fast paced, I guess. How many episodes of this season? 13. That's why I felt fast paced. I was like, why is it going so fast? Like, they're really trying to set up this dude and start something really quick. Like, I remember the last season was really slow. And, like, it took its time. Now we're just going, like, head first into whatever this arc is. And we had that whole first half of the episode setting up all the other characters.
Yeah, they're like, here's all the other characters, time to never see them again.
Mm-hmm. We got them out of the way. Now let's talk about the plot of this episode, of this arc.
Basically.
I hope it doesn't get too rushed and like we get like super rushed ending. I really don't know how I feel about this 5th season now, because the 4th season ended so perfectly, and now we're getting like a 13 episode 5th season. I don't know. I'm nervous about this.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people don't like the ending of Food Wars.
Yeah, it makes me quite nervous. Hopefully they can pull it off though. I have faith in somewhat faith in Food Wars getting the ending right. Maybe they'll do an anime original ending.
Maybe, hopefully. We shall see. Anyways, up next we have Nami yo Kiitekure, episode 3.
The other half of my episode of the week.
Mine too!
Yeah, see, this is what I said about the second episode. This is what it needed to be. A fun show that had good comedy moments and really good characters and dialogue. This is all I wanted. Not whatever the second episode was trying to be.
Whatever. See, and bro, because you thought, oh, it's getting drama. You both fucking knew it was not drama. I told you it wasn't drama, and I was right. I was also wrong.
Watch next season. Now next episode be fucking drama.
I will admit that I was also wrong. I was right about that, but I was wrong that is not her ex. That was just her neighbor.
Neighbor that she just leaps in front of his mate. She also thought that was her ex, apparently.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this episode was just very solid from start to finish. It's very much, it reminded me a lot of Bunny Girl Senpai, but just more funny.
Yeah, I can see that. It has witty dialogue and really good moments. I like that there was a bunch of really random references to shit in this episode. Like, there's a Matrix reference.
Random. Yeah.
like Yokai what? Watch reference. Like, Jesus, man, you're all over the place. Episode.
Oh, is that what that was?
The Yokai coin, yeah. So I like these types of smart, fun comedies, and also I just like seeing main girl get her shit wrecked and just be like in a totally horrible situation.
Oh my god!
Like, super
right off the bat, you're fired.
But I plugged you in the show. I love that she didn't even consider this thing. Like, this was all like, if you go back to the second episode and the first episode, even though he was telling her she was gonna get fired, she just kept playing it off like, you're gonna fire me. I'm fired. And now all the shit hits the fan. And she's like, oh my god, I'm fired. I'm like, you told me to fire you like 2 months ago.
I love how, like, the funny little send-off, how they, like, talk about the owner and how he's, like, gay and definitely a creep.
You know, the other guy's like, wait, that explains why he was slapping my ass all the time. Like, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and I love how she like just like ended her relationship with like everyone from like
the restaurant.
Yeah, including the other dude. She's like, "Listen, you simp, I like whatever you thought was going to happen between us. Like, no, it's not.
I feel bad. I like that guy. Can't blame him for
Yeah,
trying.
yeah. Like it was like very obvious.
Mm.
Um, I feel like that's kind of like the reason why
Mm.
she was like not interested because it was like so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he
Well, that
she
and
also isn't shit. So she
yeah,
doesn't
she's not the best catch
she
either.
yeah. So she literally was like, yeah, the idea of me living. Well, first of all, he was like, you can stay with me. That was kind of gross move on his
Oh yeah,
part.
no, he definitely went
Yeah,
way too far
like
in.
yeah, no, he went way too far in. Like he went buying her bathwater levels. Like yeah, so he definitely told that line of like kind
Did you
of
catch when
hmm?
he she was like they were talking about sleeping in the nude and she was like we're not gonna do any have any sex and then he was like I don't mind not having any
I'm not
sex
having sex
for
at
at
first.
first.
I'm like I caught that and I was like, yeah, you're also a creep in your own special way, and I mean, yeah, no, I'm trying to like think of a way to try to save it or save him from that moment, but it
But see, I
was
like shows where everyone like sometimes you need a show where everyone is realistic and
yeah,
somewhat
no, it's very
shitty.
realistic. It's very realistic. People are literally like that. It's
Mm,
just like that's just something I expect people to think, just not say out
yeah,
loud. So that was really funny.
but then in turn, I like that it shows that also Minari is pretty shitty in that.
Yeah,
Where
she's also shitty. She's like, I'm never going to go back and stay with you
mm.
unless I've absolutely like
Yeah, like she
had no
leaves the
other choice.
opportunity open. Like, listen, if I am homeless, you'll see me again. But until
Yeah.
then,
Until then, goodbye for. She literally is like goodbye forever, and he's like,
mm,
"What kind of guy would do something like that?
mm-hmm,
Me."
mm-hmm.
Like,
Uh,
so we might see him again.
maybe we'll see him be a simp again.
Yeah, It's so sad because I kind of thought he would be the love interest,
Yeah, me
and things would
too.
be like kind of cute. I kind of had hope for them, but then once he started opening his mouth, I was like, "Oh, never mind." Never mind. I don't think he's going. She is going to have a lot interest, and I don't. And if she does, it's not going to be him.
No, definitely not. I like the other quote unquote new girl. She appeared a couple of times, but she got a lot
Mizo.
more Mizu. Yeah, she's super adorable and cute, and I like when she got drunk. Like the other thing I really like about the show is it does really good subtle stuff. Like her getting drunk and not being stereotypically anime drunk, where she's like slurring her words and being like, "I'm drunk," but she just kept laughing and laughing and laughing like a maniac. It was really
Hmm.
cute.
Um. This new girl Mizuho. I feel like she's going to be very like. I feel like she's almost gonna be similar to Medusa
Oh yeah,
from
you're
Jashin-chan.
right.
Jay had that
Oh
same
no.
vibe.
Oh no. Does that mean Minari is
Yeah.
gonna?
Mina
No.
is definitely Jashin-chan.
She
Hello?
is.
Did you
She
know?
is.
Yes. Referring back to a conversation we just had, referring the simp.
Yeah. No, you're right. Damn it. I don't want that to happen though. Please don't abuse Mizuho. She's too
Yeah, I hope
cute
not.
and pure.
Yeah. So they eventually, she eventually gets a job at radio,
Mm.
the radio station. And then we do this little like exposition. I think that was like the weakest part of the episode. 'Cause I feel
Yeah.
like they were trying to go out of their way to like really explain how radio works, but it's like, okay, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
that
I'm gonna refer to those moments as Azoken moments, and that was definitely an Azoken moment.
that was a very it's like a moment.
I'm like, all right, you're talking to me about how radios work. Don't care. Don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's move to the part where she figures out that her time slot's at 3:30 in the morning. That's terrible.
Mhm. Who listens to radio at 3:30 in the morning? I guess truckers and stuff. Maybe that'd be her audience.
Yeah. I unless they are sleeping at those times, like normal people. Like
Um, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed this episode because it was just a return to it being like I like the characters, and seeing the characters be stupid and fucked up is the joy of this show. I kind of low key hope Mizuho's also fucked up in some kind of way. I don't want her to just be like this perfect angel character. I want her to be like
Yeah.
somewhat like manipulative or something. Like show a little bit of dirt on her.
Yeah, or like horribly like super passive aggressive
That'd be cool.
and petty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, this episode was just it was very good. Very, very good. I am a fan.
I enjoyed it as well. Hope it keeps this stride.
Ugh.
Now, let's move on. Oh god, no, I forgot about something.
Yeah.
Shadowverse episode 2.
So I'm definitely seeing how every class is getting a new follower. I'm definitely like almost 100% positive we're gonna be seeing these. Probably not in. I would be surprised if they launched in the mini expansion. It'll probably be more or less in the expansion, like in the actual next expansion.
Probably. I don't know what game they were playing, but it wasn't Shadowverse because they were using some kind of weird archetype called Blood, and it actually worked. So I don't know what game because I played Shadowverse, and anytime I've seen anyone, there's definitely no way. There's definitely no way someone can be the best in the world and play Blood. That's just impossible.
Maybe this is the free Temptress Vampire nerf.
I'm surprised the dude didn't get his deck nerfed mid-game.
Maybe this was neutral.
I can't wait for that new blood card, that blood card he was using to get. That card's gonna get fucking nerfed for sure. Summon it. What was it, like a 5/7 for 7 that you summon and kills 2 things?
If Vengeance is active.
Yeah, Vengeance will be active. So yeah, 5/7 for 7 that kills 2 things. And evolves with full stats.
But the more interesting thing is that it's immune to
it's immune to card effects. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Yeah, so you gotta run like 4 things into it to kill it. Got it. Not gonna happen. That's just gonna be nerfed. They may just leave it a 5/7 that kills 2 things, but not give it that other effect of immunity to all shit. Because that might be a little too broken.
Oh, you're admitting some things are broken now. Huh.
There's plenty of broken stuff in Shadowverse. It's just that Blood cannot have any of that because it immediately get removed from the game if Blood is ever even moderately okay.
You mean, like I said, he's the champion because Temptress Vampire still works for him, or he's still running neutral Blood, which is even somehow worse.
I'm also mad that they're all playing like really. I can't tell if they're playing real cards or they're just using cards I've never seen before that are in the game. Because they're definitely not using
new. They're all like exist in the game with the exception of like those 2 legendaries.
I didn't see any. They're playing a bunch of off-meta cards. Then
cards you would never run for the most part. Wait.
So I would love if they at least played like Vampy or Rainy or whatever, and gave her like a cute little anime line or something. Like I really wish they did more with the actual characters that are in Shadowverse, like the cards. Like, how cute would that be if Vania came out and had like a line?
Okay.
Although side games would probably never allow that because they're like, no, you're not using our Granblue characters.
Oh, this was a thing, huh?
What?
I totally forgot that. Because this happened like 2 years ago. That's why I was confused. They nerfed Ambling Wraith.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Like I was so confused. I saw it. It was like a 1/1. I'm like, wait, weren't you a 1/2? Weren't you literally always a 1/2?
No, they nerfed it because true, it's Blood. Blood can't have anything good, and it gets nerfed.
No, it was.
And you refuse to believe me whenever I say this. I don't know how many things Blood's gonna have to get nerfed before you realize, oh shit,
no,
Blood is not allowed to be good in this game.
This was I'm pretty sure this was when the bat was still being ran, and for some reason, this is one of those times where they're like, "We're not going to nerf the obvious problem, which is the bat. We're going to nerf something
I think that was
else."
when it was either neutral craft or swamp.
2 years
thing.
ago?
Yeah.
No, neutral was like 2017.
Which was 2 years ago.
It's 2020. Let's do. Come on, quick maths.
2.5 years ago. Sorry.
Quick maths.
Two
No,
and a
it's
half
actually
years ago.
this something actually happened. Yeah, 2 years ago. So
No,
yeah.
blood. Bat was not 2 years ago because even if it wasn't neutral craft, it was definitely.
Bat.
It was
came,
definitely
Bat was no because this was during
last
Chrono
year.
Genesis. This was during If not Chrono. This is when whatchamacallit?
Abyss,
Not,
the crawling abyss, whatever the fuck the thing was.
Nope, that was not 2018. They already were doing Portal. Portal was released in 2018.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure it was not.
Neutral was
Dark
not
Feast
running
Bat.
during. Yes, it was. They
No, it was not Dark Feast Bat because I used to run that card when it was nerfed, and I never played Dark Feast Bat, so I know it's not Dark Feast Bat, and I remember the nerf, and being like, oh, of course it would get nerfed because it's blood. So it was either neutral blood or it was swamp.
Definitely not neutral blood.
When it was the swamp thing.
So what's Swamp Thing?
I keep forgetting Abyss. You know, the Abyss monster, the one with the ambush.
They nerfed that. They nerfed that too.
Yeah, but it was running.
But they nerfed that also in neutral. So it's wait. What's your point? What's your point?
I'm saying that this happened during that time period with Spawn of the Abyss. Was being
no. This is a year before. This is the year before. Like that all happened 2017.
Then it must have been neutral because it was done when I was playing.
Also
Blood.
2017. Also 2017.
Well,
this happened a year later. I'm telling you, like that's not.
Yeah,
even,
I'm telling you, I played Blood when it happened because I distinctly remember saying,
easiest,
"Fuck this."
Easiest $50 of my life. Right now. We can do this. We can do better.
Even if it came out before, you don't know what the meta was when it was happening. I'm just saying.
I may not know if it's Beast. I may not know if it's Dark Beast Bat or not. I'm pretty sure it was, but I definitely know 100% it was not neutral. Or when Spawn was running around.
Well, I will bet it's not Dark Feast Bat because I definitely never played Dark Feast Bat. It could have been Aggro Bat Blood for all I know. I'm just saying it was a blood deck I played that had him.
Yeah.
It could have been
aggro.
I don't know, but it was
Could
definitely
have been aggro.
Either way, tangent aside,
I feel like it only makes sense to, do that. Oh my god, is this you? Is this you? I just I was looking through the comments to see, like, if they refer to the bat. So maybe it's not. But then someone was like, disappointing the continued restrictions and nerfs on Bloodcraft.
yeah, because everyone who's not you realizes blood is being unfairly nerfed. So
I was saying, it's like
they get
it
nerfed
is
constantly for no reason.
not for no reason, but I do say they have a problem balancing blood to making it really strong, and the only time they've done that is like with Machina, which I know you hate so much, but outside of that, they'll literally just make a card that not only wins a stupid amount of times, it's also used by everyone all of the time. That's what they look at.
That's what always happens regardless. Whatever the top deck is, people are just gonna use that shit constantly, all the time. What is Roach?
But like,
can we nerf Roach? Roach never got nerfed, and that shit was used all the fucking time.
Because it didn't reach the point where like.
Well, we don't know if it reached that point because they didn't show the metrics for it yet, or ever. They only show the metrics when they're nerfing something, and if they're not nerfing it, then they don't care.
I mean.
You're not going to sit here and tell me a Roach should not have an abnormally high win rate and is played abnormally high amounts of time.
I wouldn't say an abnormally high amount of times. It's played a lot, but like so is Dragon. So is Dragon.
There's always a deck that is going to be played a lot of the time and have an abnormally high win rate. It's just whenever that deck is blood, they immediately nerf it, and whenever it's anything else, they let it ride until the next expansion and they release something to counter it or something. That's my problem with Shadowverse as a whole.
And I'm telling you, they make blood cards are way too powerful. And
they don't. They make
and
blood
ruin the
cards that are
game.
powerful, and then they make other cards that are also powerful when they don't touch them. And they just touch blood all the fucking... Roach is extremely broken and powerful, never touched. Chimera, extremely broken and powerful. Ryo, extremely broken and powerful. Never touched, never touched, never touched.
Ryo.
All these decks. Kuon is extremely powerful.
Wait. I know you just did not mention Legendary. That you spent...
Because he was
like
in the Chimera deck. Because he was in the stupid broken Chimera deck. Like, there's so many broken decks that they don't touch.
Nope, they were not ran in the same... They were not cycled together.
It was
one came out way earlier. One came out
yeah.
way earlier than the other.
I'm just saying there's broken cards in every archetype that they never touch. It's not like every class is perfectly balanced and blood is the only one that gets to be crazy. That's not how it works.
Spell Boost is annoying and not interactive to play against, but it's not... But it didn't have like a win rate.
You're gonna
it didn't have a win rate of 60.
Alright, let's talk about the actual show. Can I talk about the actual show now instead of talking about Shadowverse, please?
We will,
and how you're gonna defend... Guys, you gotta understand, Drew is very biased for spell boost and all that shit, so it doesn't matter how broken those classes are, he'll just defend them.
I'm just saying, for blood, they need to create cards that are strong so that they aren't nerfed, so that blood is no longer, like, always behind, because all their broken cards are getting nerfed.
But they can't, because anytime they make anything remotely good, people are going to use blood. And
no, they break. They game breaking.
Well, the problem is your definition of game breaking is anytime blood has a decent win rate. So anytime blood has a decent win rate, you're going to call it game breaking. And anytime rune is top tier 0, and has an amazing win rate, it's not broken. So it's impossible to argue with you with this concept. Because you're just going to be extremely biased towards Rune and extremely biased against
I'm
blood.
not. Like, there's nothing to do with Rune. There's nothing to do with Rune.
It does, though. You just don't realize it because you'll always defend Rune and you will never take Blood's side, and it's hilarious. There's never been a point in the meta any time where you think Rune is OP, but you think Blood is constantly OP. Even though there's plenty of instances where Rune is way stronger and more consistent than anything Blood can do.
I mean, and then... I disagree with that because you see how I'm the Rune main, so I know my deck better than
okay, and I'm the Blood main, and I'm telling you, Blood is not as OP as you think it is.
Oh, girl, I played Blood just as much
and
as
I played Rune just as much as you did, and it was...
No, you don't. You hate
I played Kuon! Kuon is tier 1 right now!
Excuse me.
And you're still defending Rune.
I know, if you told me that they're going to nerf Kuon, I'd be fine with that. I would not complain.
Yeah, you wouldn't complain because you already had like 2 sets to play with him. So nice to have that luxury of having more than 2 days to play with a card.
I mean, well, clearly for some reason, like not a bunch of people are playing it, or maybe the win rate isn't too high, which I don't.
No,
you're
giving them too much of the benefit of the doubt. The reason is that there is inherent bias within the developers that they choose specific classes and they make OP support for those classes, and they don't like other classes. That is very obvious from the way the game is set up. That they push certain classes very hard.
They do, and I feel like also in that same right, there's that one developer who's like, I really love Blood. I love Blood so much. Kind of like your feeling, and then you're like, let's make this broken card, and then everyone doesn't want to stop him for some reason. Like they're too dumb to realize that giving everyone vengeance at 20 life and then just popping off is what's going to like break this game. And then it happens, and then.
I've lost.
And then
lost on games where I've drawn Seductress Vampire. It's not as OP as people are making out to be. You just lost to it and were like, "Wow, it's still broken." You've beaten me when I've drawn Seductress Vampire.
I didn't lose to it because at some point I just kept playing it because I just wanted to win. And
okay, but you can do the same with. You can do the same with Roach. You can literally do the same with Roach. If you just played nothing but Roach, you would be in Masters at the end of the week. There's always a deck in every class that is broken and just played constantly.
Okay, I mean, like, if you want to nerf Roach, like, I'm not arguing to, like, not nerf Roach. Fine, you want to nerf Roach, fine.
But that's my whole point. If you're going to nerf one class, you have to be fair. You can't just be like, Forest is allowed to have Roach, Rune is allowed to have Kuon, Dragon is allowed to have whatever bullshit of the flavor of the month they have that they always get. And Sword is allowed to just be bonkers, bullshit, crazy all the fucking time with no repercussions.
I can't remember the last Sword. I can't remember the last Sword like nerf. I actually can't remember it.
But anytime Blood gets something good, we have to nerf it. No, if it has to be equally applied. I'm sorry. If you're gonna nerf one OP card and let all the other decks have their OP card, that's not fair. That is literally not fair. And it always happens. All the time. Like, this is not just a one-off thing with Seductress. It happens constantly.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like I said, I still stand by the fact that Temptress Vampire should have never been a card to, like, begin with. Nerfed Spawn is fine. Because before it was it was fine-ish, but and then the whole mess of neutral blood, that was awful. Dark Beast Bat, that was a terrible time to be alive. Terrible time to be alive. That deck made me miserable. I would lose against it all the time. Like, I just was literally going down the list of all these broken decks that were just like had like such. When it gets to the point where I feel like I have to run these decks all the time because they're the only things I can win, and half my mirror matches are against said decks, that's when I'm like, Houston, we have a problem. I don't really have that. I'm just saying from the laddering, I usually don't see that with other things except Kuon as of late. Kuon, I'm like, literally just remove all follower and like keep it cost the same and we'll be cool. But like it needs a small nerf. Nothing too major.
Anyway, when Shadowverse decides to be even-handed, I might give it another try. But anyway, let me actually talk about the anime before this becomes a 7-hour podcast about meta of Shadowverse.
I'm sorry. First of all, you opened up bad can of worms, not me. You knew you.
I just made a comment about how I don't like blood being nerfed, and you went off about it. Anyway,
of course, I have to.
You have an extreme bias against blood, like
I love blood. It's actually one of my favorite classes. It's
you
actually
love that you have favorite class because you can win against it all the time because it's so shitty.
No, because I love using it, and I'm sad. I love control
outside of ranked because it's not ranked viable. Anyway, there is a problem with this show, and the problem with this show is. I was watching Vanguard, just for comparison's sake. I was rewatching some episodes of Vanguard, and the problem with this show with Shadowverse is that the cards and they don't have any. First off, I don't understand what the fuck. Even as someone who plays Shadowverse, I have no idea what the fuck is going on when these people are playing. Like, I have no idea how much each life points these people are at.
Yeah, they don't really
say anything. It's just I summon this and I summon that. They just attack each other, which is. Even in Yu-Gi-Oh, they constantly remind you what the person's life points are, what the rules are. So this is kind of disorienting.
Yeah, it's like very sloppy how they like show the pacing of the fight. Yeah, it's very sloppy.
And the other thing is, like what Vanguard does and what Yu-Gi-Oh does is their characters and even the cards, especially the cards, have a lot of personality, like and are iconic. Like Dark Magician, like if you think of Dark Magician. Or like if you think Yu-Gi-Oh, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, there's very identifiable key cards that are just like screaming awesome personality that make you want to watch them fight. Vanguard has that too because they constantly reuse cards and characters have mascots and even the cards sometimes talk to each other and stuff. It's really cool. In this show, the cards have zero personality. They're
literally just monsters.
They're just monsters that fight. Yeah, it's. Like they have to have even the main mascot card that main character uses is kind of just like it's a dragon. Brah.
Yeah, it's a dragon and a mech. And the other one's like I am darkness. Rawr. Like
yeah, and I guess you could say the same was Blue Eyes, but every time Blue Eyes came up, it was like an important moment, and you were like, oh shit, Blue Eyes White Dragon is here, or you could transform into Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. There was like a sense of like. Oh my god, this is awesome when Blue Eyes showed up. This guy just brings out his dragon, and the dragon does like, and wins. So, I don't know. It's only 2 episodes in, but I feel like the cards just lack originality and personality.
Yeah, and you keep showing like... I understand. I mean, it makes sense, because it's the first 2 episodes, and it's going up into 48 episodes, so we're probably going to be using like more advanced cards as time goes on. Oh man, it's like you guys are using the basic of the basic of the basic of the basic of the basic. Like, this guy's like, I'm a world player watch me use all these basic cards I have, and I'm just like, this is not like this is like I feel like this like if you haven't watched, it's weird. Like this show sucks because it's like you either have never watched it and doesn't make any fucking sense. It's almost like Duel Masters, except at least Duel Masters was funny. It had really great dialogue.
That's the other thing. There's no great characters in this to like even balance it out.
Yeah, Duel Masters, no idea. I literally watched it just for the characters. Like it was that funny. Did have no idea. To this day, could not tell you how Duel Masters works. So that's my one thing. And then, if you are a fan of Shadowverse, someone who does play it as extensively as I do, then you just get kind of frustrated because there's like so many cool things you could do with so many cards, and you're just like left to watch them play normal cards that don't really do anything, that don't make you feel any more connected to the game. Exactly. All you can say is like, oh, I recognize that card, but of course you are. It's called Shadowverse. Like,
yeah. Like there's not even as a fan, there's not even like any cool moments you can like
exactly.
You know, like, oh shit, he's gonna use that combo or something. Like imagine if I see the dude playing Blood, you know, use Azazel or something and just actually use a legit meta strategy. That'd be awesome.
You know, I hope in the season finale they're fighting each other and he just draws Temptress Vampire and just proceeds to win.
You know what? For real though, when he was like, everyone who plays against me quits Shadowverse, I'm like, oh, you sound like literally anyone who I play against in Shadowverse. You beat me, I quit. Uninstall.
Yeah. God damn it. Now, for some reason, I mean, she is nerfed. Damn it. Now I want to go back to the time machine and make a Temptress Vampire control deck where I can just... Yeah, and just revelation, and kill everything. See, and that's why, like... See, and that's why she's broken, because when you draw her, you can do 8 damage to everything for 4.
And we got, like, super ungodly top decking skills. Either way. Let's move on.
Let us move on.
To Railgun T episode 12?
C.
Yes, 12. I liked it. Well, I'm of two minds on this episode. One, half of me really liked the episode because I love the suspense and then the fact that we have multiple fights going on at the same time. Oddly enough, I like the Kuroko fight way more than the other 2 fights going on. Like, that's just more interesting to me.
I mean, I wouldn't even count the fight with Mikasa as, like, the 3rd fight, because nothing really happened. Homeboy got smacked into a wall, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was literally the end of that. It was definitely more focused on the other 2 fights.
Yeah, I like the actual fighting going on with Kuroko's fight.
Yeah, no, it was definitely the best one, I agree.
But the part of
the other one...
What?
No, I was just gonna say the other fight, quote unquote fight. It was less a fight, more just like a game of chess, quote unquote.
Which brings me into
more like maybe more like checkers. Chess is giving it too much credit.
So we ragged on Tower of God for this, but Index does it way worse, and it does it not only in this anime but in Index itself. It makes villains that are just like perfect. Mm-hmm. And can never, like, every villain in Index's powers are whatever their powers need to be for the plot to work until Toma gets there.
Until Toma punches them.
Yeah, like, there's no real villains that have real, like, literally, this doctor's powers are anything that gets him out of any situation. His power is plot armor and writing.
Yeah.
Like, he can write the story of Index. So
he literally was like, I have several hundred like quirks. Quirks. Abilities.
I call them quirks all the time too.
Abilities to use, and I can just use them whenever. Like,
yeah, it's not really threatening when you do it all the time. Because
if that's the case, I don't know why she decided to like stay in. Well. No, she was smart. It was just, like you said, anime. Yeah. He had the power of anime on his side.
He had anime on his side. It's funny because, like, if you compare it to Hero Academia, like, you can still make very strong and intimidating villains and only give them one specific power. Like, you know, it could be a vague power, like, Gentle had, or like I forget the guy from the first arc. Chisaki had like the tearing people apart and reconstructing them. Those are vague powers, but they're still like he can't just fucking Gento can't summon a dragon from the fucking sky or something. Like the old dude could probably be like, I have an ability that makes me summon dragons or something. So yeah, at least I just don't like the fact that these villains are just I have every power I need to get over any obstacle until Toma can just come and punch me in the face.
Yeah, like that really upset me that she was like, I have a smart plan that's really sound and actually very genius, and then he's like, oh, like he didn't die to like a lack of power, lack of like skill or power. He just said, oh, I have prosthetic.
Yeah, she just died to bad writing.
Yeah.
Her worst enemy, writing. And I think I said this about the other Index anime, season 3, was like it feels like a game you would play in grade school when you were like fighting with your friends and you were like pretending to be Power Rangers or something.
Yeah, you're like, well, I get super, I turn Super Saiyan.
I shoot a fireball at you. Oh yeah, well, I have an anti-fire shield. Oh yeah, well I have a thing that cuts through your shield. Oh yeah, well I have a stronger shield.
Well, I have a magical wand.
Like what is this grade school level writing right now? Like maybe it's better in the novels and it makes more sense, but from what I see in the anime, it's just I have whatever power I need to have whenever the writing says I can have this power to beat you. And Shogo's actually out here trying to strategize, and he's just like, no, I actually planned for that 1,000,000 years ago. So
I was like, yeah, my eye, which lets me kind of see the future too. Like,
the other ultimate cheap plot trick. I can see the future.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just walking plot armor at this point. So it kind of killed the suspense for me. Yeah, I know anything Shogo does, he's just gonna overcome it.
Agreed. But I did like I said, I did like the fight with Kuroko and Kozaku. Cause see, that was a cool
fight. A good fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
Like, it had actual very interesting like conditions to like for one person to win, for the other person to lose.
There's a defined strategy. There's a defined ability that the enemy has, and she can't just summon, do whatever she wants. She doesn't have an anti-fire shield out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I'm like happy that Kuroko gets to like fight.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I'm like, oh wow, I actually get to see some action from her. Also, random question: when she was like hospitalized in the wheelchair and everything, was this after she was shot?
That's a good question. I don't remember. It's also hard to piece together the timeline of these events.
Same.
I think so.
Because like the last time I remember her fighting, teleporting girl not only out teleported her, she kind of just took out a gun and shot her. That's one of the most funniest. That's one of the funniest fights of all time. It was literally so great. She literally just said,
Bullet-jitsu.
Yeah, right? Here's my aspirability.
So far, I am still enjoying this a lot more than the next season 3, though. So
absolutely.
A lot. But yeah, I think that about wraps up everything we've had to say, and boy, it feels like we said a lot. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, that feels like it took 5 hours to record, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch it as we go up weekly. Also, make sure you're following us on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. And if you want, you can even donate to us on Patreon, like all these lovely people on screen right now, make this lovely program possible. One of the benefits of being a $5 patron or pushing that join button beneath the video if you're watching on YouTube and becoming a Knight of Umu is that you get to watch one of the currently airing anime. We have a movie night every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're watching Kaguya-sama this season. We just finished watching episode 2 with the patrons. It was a lot of fun. So if that appeals to you, head on over to Patreon and become a member. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
If you saw my face cam, don't get used to it. It's not happening every stream. It's not happening every stream because it's just like, I got so used to not being on camera. Like, there's certain things that I do that I can't do. like right now, And this is a habit. I have like I stuck half my arm into my pants.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Like it's just in like just like anymore, and I'd be like like my half my body would just be inside of like my pants.
There was
But
that
it
moment where I
looks-
thought you were going to take off your pants on stream, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, you thought to take off my pants because I just got up. I probably should have said I'm getting up to do something, but I guess because I did.
You got up so forcefully and quickly. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So like doing that, I like to make stupid. Oh God, I like making a lot of stupid faces. So, enjoy that while you can. Also, not a face reveal.
True, when is your next face reveal?
I was like, my first face reveal was like 2017. You guys are a little late, but it's all right.
Well, guys, until next time, this has been Soberoni, and
Do we do?
catch you guys later. Later!
Bye.